Hello friends. So you don't know this, but I'm coming back to say something new, even though this for you this will be the introduction. Initially I was going to make an apron out of this fabric that I bought at Joann's a few months back when I was in the States, and I've been procrastinating ever since because you know when you're imagine you're going to make something and it's like the greatest thing you ever thought of and you're so excited to make it, and then as soon as you actually get into it, you're like, I hate this and I want nothing to do with it. Well, that's my whole life. I will probably never stop doing that, but I am here to try. And while I was starting to film making an apron, I realized how much cuter this would be as a dress. And maybe that's part of why I was so reluctant to make it into an apron, because it could be a dress. I could make a dress, even though I already did that. I could do it again. I mean, it'll be a totally different kind of dress. I've never made one like this, but yeah, so that's what we're going to do instead. I know no one is excited for an apron because, well, the only people who watch this are my parents. Shout out to you guys. And also because I had never said that, but, you know, here we are. Also, sorry about the rain in the background. It's coming down actually really hard, but I'm not in charge of that because I don't make rain. But yeah, so I'm just going to take you along the process of making this dress. I have no idea where this is going to go. I'm really entirely winging it. I'll make like a little video clip to show the materials that you'll need, and I mean, you could use whatever, but this is what I'm using. It's the culmination of like a travel sewing kit, so this will be fairly uncomplicated. More difficult than an apron, obviously, but I'm actually really excited. I think it'll probably be like a corset back because I don't have any zippers and I don't know where to get zippers here. So I'm just going to try to use the string. We'll see where this goes. If you want to see where this goes, keep watching. If you don't keep watching. It's all optional. Alright, let's get into it. Here I have the fabrics and all of the materials I'm going to use, as well as an extremely struggle sketch of what was going to happen. As you'll see later, I just totally gave up on that skirt part, so pretend like you didn't see that. Now I'm laying out the denim fabric and cutting it right down the middle. And from there, I'm gonna cut it down the middle once more. Hi, it's me again. So I thought I would pop back in for this part just because I'm not sure I can film it well enough to actually explain what I'm gonna actually do. So you'll see that I split the fabric in half initially, and then I split that half in half and made it like this. I left the part where it was on the fold as the top, and then sewed along the sides, and then I did that twice, and for the second one I cut that one long ways in half yet again to make a piece that looks like this. On the inside you can see that I did a split stitch, which is a fairly secure stitch, and I did it with embroidery floss, so it was extra thick. What I'm going to do is attach lengthwise, top to top, and then, you know, sew like this, and I'm going to attempt to make holes on the side and try to make like a corset. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure, but I'll check back in if anything goes wrong. So I just pinned it down the way I explained that I would, and now I'm making the string. I just had to use actual fabric because I don't have any string. This was kind of a pain in the ass, but it looks nice, so if you want to go through the extra effort, I recommend it, and it's a little more secure. Oh, it's my toe. So yeah, you're just gonna sew like a straight stitch, you know, the regular one, all the way through. It took me about 800,000 hours to do this by hand, but it was kind of relaxing, and I just watched friends while I was doing it. So I never even explained what I was doing. I can't believe I didn't film it. But basically I just laid like that cow fabric on the position of the corset that I wanted it. It's entirely a decorative element, so it doesn't really matter how you do it. I also added like these little pockets that became completely obsolete because it's way too tight to put anything in there, so there's that. Now I'm just cutting out holes for the thing, the string thing. And then using a blanket stitch to make the buttonholes less shitty. Like the last thing I did, how I didn't do anything and it sucks. I mean, it's still a really cute dress, it's just like it's falling apart because I didn't make an effort to secure the buttonholes. So, take the time to do it. The garment will last like way longer and look better and just overall be better. So I recommend it. You might be wondering, Miranda, how are you filming that? Are you like a professional YouTuber? And the answer is no. I'm going to insert a picture of my jerry-rigged necklace tripod after this clip, and then after that, I'll show you the final product. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. And if you didn't, I hope you just enjoyed listening to me talk. Thanks, bye. Right, so if you're still watching at this point, I just wanted to add like a couple of notes. First of which is not really all that important, but just in case you were curious about the background of the end part and you're like, that doesn't look like Costa Rica. It's not. I'm back in California, so that's some good old California agriculture right there. Excited to be back home. And then the second thing is, sorry I totally left out that little embroidery part. I added like flowers to the chest because, when I was done, I kind of hated it, and I thought maybe it would help, and it did. So the little things sometimes do the biggest stuff. Was that deep? No. But in case you were making this without a sewing machine like I did, and you're like, wow, this is taking literally forever. Same. It took probably like 11 hours. It was fun. Like, what is it to be crafty if you... Oh, a puppy. What's the point of being crafty if you can't make stuff that costs more money than if you bought it, and it turns out kind of worse than if you had bought it also? Now they're barking. Yeah, so the moral of the story is have fun and be safe. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching.